Well, the first games were played this weekend at the Abby and Libby Memorial Park in Delphi. People came out to the park for a softball tournament in honor of the Delphi daughters. The park was built in memory of Libby German and Abby Williams. The two Delphi girls were killed in February of 2017. Both girls had planned to play softball in high school. No one has been arrested for their deaths. Libby German's grandfather, Mike Patty, says the park is a perfect way to honor the girls' memory.
Giving kids an opportunity to come out here and play ball or, enjoy the walking trail, the workout equipment, the infrastructure stuff that we have out here. It's a good family atmosphere, and that's what we try to create here.
For more details on the Memorial Park, you can go to WRTV.com. Well, a group of cyclists on a special mission are set to take a nearly 1,000-mile journey. The annual Cops Cycling for Survivors ride kicks off Monday in downtown Indianapolis. Officers and civilians will participate. The ride raises money for families of fallen officers across Indiana through scholarships and memorials. Participants say the event builds a connection between them and survivors.
Yeah, the heat's miserable. The hills are terrible. But it's temporary. It's over with. After 13 days, it's done. A survivor has to deal with the pain every day of not having their officer come home and walking through that door. So that really drives me to want to do this, to make sure that our survivors and our affected agencies are not forgotten on the ordinary days.
A departure ceremony will be held at 8 a.m. tomorrow at the Police and Firefighters Memorial on the Capitol grounds in downtown Indianapolis. While Cops Cycling for Survivors honors all Indiana's line-of-duty death officers, this year's ride pays special tribute to those officers who died in 2020. Richmond Officer Kenneth Lester, IMPD Officer Breanne Lath, and Sergeant Tawan Johnson of the Charleston Police Department. Well, it was a bit of a gloomy weekend. Kyle Mounts here with a look at our forecast.
Yeah, Alyssa, a lot of cloud cover out there today. Fortunately, though, we did have a lot of dry time as well. We've had some showers that have developed, and these are all lifting off to the north. No lightning and not going to last all that long as they continue to move through. Now just north of the Noblesville area, and we got a few more showers here back through portions of Fountain and Warren counties for us. TrueCast shows that line will continue to kind of meander and lift as it fades away to the north, and then we may see a few additional showers developing. Not expecting any severe weather for us, and flooding should be in pretty good shape there. We're not expecting a lot in the way of heavy rain this evening. Temperatures, though, they were kept down by that cloud cover. We only made it in the mid-70s, so that's about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. Beautiful view, though, as we mix in a little bit of sunshine with the cloud cover over downtown. We're at 75. Same for you in Bloomington. 73 with a northeast breeze in Kokomo. This evening, a few downpours still possible out there. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. Our temperatures in the 70s at 11. Rain chances, they're not going away, though. We'll look ahead to your work week forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Well, the Howard County Fair opens tomorrow in Greentown, but the Midway won't open until Tuesday, and it's because of a worker shortage. The entertainment company that staffs the Midway says they're having trouble finding enough people to work the rides and concessions. They're unable to bring all of their equipment because they don't have enough help. They say the pandemic really hurt them because they went from doing 125 events to just 5 events last year. They're putting out a call to anyone who wants to make some money and have some fun.
Give it a chance. When I grew up out here doing this, and I had a lot of good friends that came out and worked in the summer, and they wouldn't change those experiences for anything. It's an experience is what it is.
American Midway Entertainment is looking to hire people in the ticketing department, gaming department, concessions, and ride department. They're also looking for CDL drivers and maintenance people. The pay range is between $10 and $18 per hour. Well, with the Delta variant on the rise in at least 25 states, vaccination rates vary across the country. Fewer people are getting vaccinated in states led by Republicans, while 75% of adults in the mostly Democratic Northeast say they have received at least one shot. Here's ABC's Faith Abube with the latest on the Delta variant and the push to encourage everyone to roll up their sleeves.
A growing concern over the Delta variant, which is now the dominant strain of COVID in the U.S., and it's driving up daily caseloads in at least 25 states. According to the CDC, 99.7% of current infections are among those who are not vaccinated. A recent ABC News Washington Post poll found 93% of Democrats said they were or plan to get vaccinated, while only 49% of Republicans said the same.
This is no time for politics. This is a public health issue, and viruses and public health don't know the difference between a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent.
In Arkansas, a state with one of the lowest vaccination rates, cases have increased a staggering 110% over the past 2 weeks. Yet many are still hesitant to get the shot.
We're working very hard to go to that population through the employer, through trusted advisors such as the clinics, making sure they have the information and overcoming the hesitancy or just the simply we're putting it off approach.
But it's not just the number of cases that's on the rise. Hospitalizations are also increasing.
We're seeing a lot of more intubations this go around, younger people that are getting this Delta variant.
In Missouri, Springfield's Mercy Hospital is now borrowing ventilators and pleading for more respiratory therapists to help handle the growing number of COVID patients. Wisconsin father Mike Berry contracted COVID before vaccines were widely available.
You need to protect yourself from the virus so that you don't go through what I went through. I was resuscitated twice, heart surgery, kidney failure. There's a long list of things that the virus did to me.
He was welcomed home this weekend after spending nearly 6 months in the hospital. Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
Well, a decommissioned Indigo bus is getting put to good use by a local organization looking to help out small business owners and artists. The old bus, which was no longer in use, will now be used as a mobile pop-up shop and gallery space. The project is part of Startup 317, which collects donations and made the project happen. Startup 317 is a partnership between Pattern Magazine and Develop Indie. Their goal is to help bring exposure and revenue to local artists and business owners. Those involved in the project say there is a demand for space from small business owners, artists, and people who have online stores. However, many of these entrepreneurs are not able to rent a storefront because of finances.
And the way that the real estate market works is if you want to have a space in a good, visible location, you have to sign a long-term lease. And so for a lot of small business owners, that's very, very scary because they're not sure if things will go to plan.
The bus is being worked on now, and the hope is to have their first vendor launched in late fall. Well, it's been a historic day in space travel. Coming up next, the billionaire who's feeling out of this world tonight after his successful flight.
From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 6, streaming now.
Well, it's one for the record books. Today, billionaire Richard Branson successfully traveled on his Virgin Galactic spaceship more than 50 miles above the Earth's surface. Tonight, he's safely back on solid ground. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez with the details of this historic trip.
Virgin Galactic founder Richard Branson and his crew of 5 now safely back on Earth.
I have dreamt of this moment since I was a kid, and honestly, nothing could prepare you for the view of Earth from space.
The trip, an historic step in commercial space travel, Branson becoming the first person to blast off in his own spaceship. Crowds greeted Branson and his spaceship Unity crew Sunday morning as they arrived for the launch from the spaceport in the New Mexico desert. Unlike traditional rockets that launch vertically, the spaceship Unity took off tethered to a mothership, the VMS Eve, named for Branson's late mother. After being released from Eve, the rocket ignited and the spacecraft shot up towards space, traveling more than 53 miles above the Earth's surface.
So I looked out the window and the view was just stunning.
Branson had been scheduled to fly into space late this summer or early fall, but moved up his flight, winning the so-called billionaire space race.
Congratulations to everybody for creating such a beautiful, beautiful place.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is scheduled to fly on his own Blue Origin capsule on July 20th. Bezos wishing Branson luck Saturday in a post on Instagram. This was the Virgin spaceship's fourth trip to the edge of space since 2018, and Virgin Galactic, founded by Branson in 2004, says it will soon start flying paying customers to space on similar trips, opening up a new era in human space travel.
We've got to all be doing everything we can to help this incredible planet we live on. I will devote the rest of my life doing that, and I think other people who go to space with us will devote the rest of their lives doing that.
Virgin Galactic has 2 more test flights scheduled this year. They intend to start commercial operations next year. Gio Benitez, ABC News at Spaceport America in New Mexico.
Wow, pretty incredible now, the places we can go, right? Just gotta get that pocketbook saved up a little bit here. We got temperatures that are in the 70s all across central Indiana. 70 right now in Columbus, 75 in Indianapolis. Look back in Champaign, though, temperatures in the 80s. So we've got a cool zone of temperatures here with the clouds and the showers. We're surrounded, though, by 80-degree warmth and even some 90s out there in the Dakotas. Here's the weather system responsible for this, and it's got a few areas of low pressure that continue to generate some waves of rain. Most pronounced, though, across the eastern portion of the U.S. We come in for a little closer view here at home, and you can see a few of those scattered showers north of I-70 here, and they're going to continue to lift to the north, but we may see a few additional showers developing here as we go through the afternoon and evening south of Indianapolis. Those rain chances, though, overall only about 20% this evening, come up just a touch as we go into tomorrow morning. But I think most of us will be starting off our Monday on a dry note. A few showers out there for us tonight. Temperatures with that humidity in place only going to drop down to about 68. And then for tomorrow, we will start off with mostly cloudy skies, and then we get into the afternoon heating, more scattered showers and storms developing, and this pattern really not going anywhere. So you're going to want to keep that umbrella pretty handy here over the next several days. 80 will be our top number tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at TrueCast, 11 o'clock in the morning. Quite a bit of cloud cover again, not going to see a whole lot of sunshine. If you do see some sun, though, you're really going to feel that humidity. It's very soupy air out there. And once we get a few of those storms developing, we could have some heavy downpours coming out of that. So just be mindful of that. And we'll be watching more showers and storms developing as we go into our Monday evening before they start to wind down as we lose the daytime heating. There is a marginal risk pretty much across all of Indiana tomorrow. That's that lowest threat, that some of those storms could have some gusty winds, possibly a little bit of hail in there as well. But after several rounds of rain, we will be watching for that flooding potential in a few communities. Monday temperatures will go from the upper 60s to around 70 degrees to start things off, 75 at noon. And again, those temperatures will get close to 80 for the afternoon high. Even though there's a lot of rain and thunderstorm symbols in that forecast, much like today, we will have many dry hours out there. Your high 80 in Bloomington, 80 in Lafayette, and about 80 degrees in Greenwood. Let's check out the extended forecast now. 81 with scattered thunderstorms on Tuesday. Rain chances coming down a little bit Wednesday, just 20%. So we'll start to see those temperatures climb close to 90 actually on Thursday, but more showers and storms going to continue right on into next weekend with highs in the 80s. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on the news at 6.
If you or a loved one are in the market for a wig, you need to be careful when you're shopping online. The Better Business Bureau says scammers are creating social media accounts, build a following, and con customers that trick people into paying big bucks for wigs they never plan to deliver. The BBB is seeing an increase in reports about social media scammers selling high-end wigs. They may claim to be a professional stylist who works with celebrities and may even have a substantial following. You typically pay through a digital wallet app, and when the wig arrives, it looks nothing like the photo.
So we're seeing an uptick in this. This is a scam that apparently a lot of people are falling for. So we're seeing reports on this on Scam Tracker. So just be aware that if you do see this and you're in the market for a wig, don't be fooled by some great looking model that's on social media. That's probably not going to be a wig that you're going to want to wear.
You can protect yourself by making sure you take a close look at the comments on a social media seller's account. You may find comments about poor customer service or scams. Check for a clear sales protocol. Reputable businesses will have a clearly laid out process for making a sale and delivering a product. Also, use a credit card whenever possible. It offers the most protection. If you use a digital app, it will be tougher to get your money back. Well, tonight we're looking into, we're tracking how scammers target those of you who have the Cash app. That's a customer service app. WRTV's Troy Washington explains the steps to take after scammers strike.
His family jumped at the chance to cash in with the Cash App card, but who wouldn't? It's convenient, and at this point, who doesn't use